There's a lot of SCPs on the wiki, and I really mean a lot of articles. So I decided to put them all into chronological order. But maybe not every single one, especially when it's pretty difficult to date an article that looks like this. First thing I did was research if anybody had attempted this before. Luckily for me, a poor soul named Sam Anthony had been producing a timeline through what appeared to be manual data entry, which turned out to be key to my work. This graph had taken them 2 years. So I decided to make a program to make the timeline hopefully cut years of effort down to just months. Using the program to make the timeline would not only save me time, but would also mean that future timelines can easily be produced as the wiki expands and more events are added to the calendar, as I will just have to run the program again but expand the search query for articles. I already had a small web scraper from some previous projects, which was the foundation of the timeline generator. I modified this code and added a regex filter in order to cherry-pick the dates out of any articles that it was fed. This is when I noticed the first issue. I'm from the UK, so I assumed that the dates would be in a format that makes sense in name of year. However, after some market research, I found out otherwise. This was an issue, as the code could only read one date format at a time. So a date in the wrong format could cause the program to crash whilst trying to figure out what the 25th month is when 25 is in fact the date. In the end, I settled on a system that checks if the month number is larger than 12, which it would be if the date was in the F format and the day was past the 12th of the month. If this check is successful, the month and day are swapped around. A similar check is also run in case the date is in the ISO format of year, day, month. This means that all dates are converted to the S format, which would reduce the amount of processing needed as the S format is the most commonly found on the wiki. I then added some code which plucked out the sentence following the date in order to show the actual event of the timeline, and then fed all of the data into a two-dimensional array. The next step was to plot the data from the array onto a timeline. Then a function uses pillow to add some shameless self-promotion watermarks to title when the timeline is done. So here is a quick overview of the complete SCP timeline. As you can see, most of the events take place around 2021 as more writers are joining the wiki and setting their stories in modern times. However, you can also see that there are many more articles set in the future instead of the past, maybe because it gives more creative freedom. Anyway, the full timeline is available in the description for anyone to look at, so feel free to post any trends you see in the comments. And also let me know of any improvements that I could make, as I may continue this project further.